So today's video is going to be a full review of Season 2, Part A. Have a cup of tea, which I probably need to drink quite quickly because it's quite gonna go cold. I'm going to be reviewing the next step, Season 2, but I'm splitting them into Part A and Part B. These are all my thoughts, these are my own opinions. These are things I like and things I don't like, and so let's just get into it. Smile at the End of the World, the dance they did. I like how they sort of recapped Season 1, like they sort of talked about it, recapped it, though I did talk about it a bit more in Ranking Dances Done to the Same Song. There are 6 parts, so if you want to check it out, then I will, but I will find the part that it's in and I will link it in the top hand corner of the description. It was all solo though, there was like no unison parts. Eldon's turns were amazing, he can do them fast. Michelle had a front aerial that was amazing. I like Michelle's dancing in Season 2 and Season 4. Just choked on my tea. James and Riley I liked at the start of Season 2. I didn't really like Stephanie's dancing. Her moves were like low energy, her aerial, her head's like nearly hitting the floor. Wes definitely, you can tell as he says, has the flash down. Tiffany has definitely improved. She has so much personality when she dances, and she can do like flips and aerial, and she can turn as well, and she does it all really well. Like, she has improved in Season 2 compared to Season 1. Chloe has good leg holds, leg kicks. She's also improved since Season 1, like, she can do a bit more acro than she could do in Season 1. Giselle has good kicks, she has amazing acro. I am happy that Michelle and Eldon did finally get together. Admittedly, Michelle should be more accountable for the fact that she took Eldon from Emily. And I don't think she was very accountable for that. As much as I did prefer them, I do just sort of wish that Emily and Eldon hadn't dated and it was just Michelle and Eldon getting together straight away. Now I'm going to talk about the scene where they had the party. I like Rochelle and I like Gabby. In Season 4 it would have been nice to have Noah, Gabby, Becca, Rochelle. Could have all made A Troop and been on the team at the same time. Because then also Gabby and Becca could have been like the pivotal siblings for Season 4. Even though I did like Piper and James. Though I do have a video talking about the siblings on my channel. So check it out, it's one of my like really early videos. I agree with Riley that Beth does just need to get over James because it's never gonna happen. Unless like Beth and James sort of cheat on Riley. I'd say more like Beth cheated on Riley rather than James cheating on Riley, because Beth kissed James, James didn't kiss Beth. Like, you could tell he had no feelings for Beth and he was just dating Beth because Riley was dating Charlie. Also, I don't ship Beth and James, though I do have 2 parts to Ship It or Rip It on my channel, so if you do want to check that out, then go ahead. Daniel definitely did talk about his ankle a lot. Eldon could have saved a lot of drama by just dating Michelle rather than dating Emily, then breaking up with her and then dating with Michelle. Noah and Gabby are actually both quite good at pirouettes. No, Noah slightly pips Gabby though. Eldon and Emily definitely did start drama in a way. But also Michelle participated in the drama a bit by sort of taking Eldon from Emily in a way. Like, that's the only one thing I would say she got handed to her was Eldon. Like, I wouldn't say anything else. Like, she competed for everything else but Eldon. James and Beth definitely don't really work. Beth, you definitely needs to realise that she just needs to get over James and find someone else. Season 2, the love triangle drama, to be honest, I found it really annoying, really petty drama. And also, I think Amanda was out to cause drama. Like, it may not have been obvious straight away, but that's the point, it not to be obvious straight away and then to sort of realise, okay, there's drama. I think the challenge was kind of a bad idea, kind of a good idea. Like, they got a better national team, but also I don't think they should have really put Amanda on the team if they knew what drama they were, like, gonna get into. Like, I can see why Miss Kate hated Amanda in season 3, but she let Amanda on the team in season 2. I know that wasn't just her, but she let her, along with Phoebe and Michelle, let her on the team when Emily was saying this is going to be a bad idea. So those are just my thoughts. Like, I don't think Miss Kate shouldn't hate on Amanda in season 3, but I also do think in season 2 she did let Amanda on the team, so that shouldn't really slide. But that's just my opinion there. Wes definitely did a sick idea of the challenge. The challenge was an alright idea. I'd probably rate it 9 out of 10. Because I don't like James and Beth. Next, I'm going to be rating season 2, episode 2. At this point, when I first watched it, I was kind of confused at who was dancing. Like, I didn't know Phoebe was Miss Kate's sister, but every time I watch it now, I realise that Phoebe is Miss Kate's sister. Phoebe's technically good, but she's a bit repetitive with her moves. Just my opinion, but there again, I'm not really about yoga. But when I did find out that Phoebe was Miss Kate's sister, I was shocked. This isn't my most favourite episode, though. It was kind of a good plot, the challenge. Like, was a good plot. Like, it wasn't like Thunder Bros where it was a 1 episode plot, like it carried on for a few episodes. The challenge episodes were fun to watch because I do like watching auditions. But the challenge definitely did cause some drama, like not just Amanda drama but Hunter drama too. Amanda crying because Yusuan yelled at her. When I first watched it, I thought it was real, and it kind of blew my mind the fact it was fake. Now every time I rewatch it, I'm like, that is fake. I love Eldon and Michelle's relationship. I just kind of wish Hunter hadn't messed it up, though. When I first watched it, I didn't think Hunter was going to mess things up for Michelle and Eldon. I thought he'd just accept that Michelle's found someone new. But I was clearly wrong. Definitely agree with Riley that inviting Amanda to the challenge probably wasn't the best idea, and that's a drama waiting to happen. When I first watched the episode, I also thought Amanda hated Elite, and it was true that all she ever talked about was how mean they were. So I was so shocked when I found out she was still an Elite. And now you can tell how much she's faking it the more times you watch it, though she is talented. Though Emily definitely made a good point that it is a bad idea for Amanda to join the challenge, especially knowing that she comes from Elite. I know her dancing sort of is a bit irresistible, like you can't resist someone who picks up choreo well is that good to be on the team, so I do kind of get that. I did like how natural the episode was, everyone warming up for the challenge, doing what they naturally do for an audition. Daniel definitely is being a bit overdramatic about Talia, because I don't think Talia coming to the challenge is a bad idea. Like, Talia's not going to cause drama. Like, I don't think new dancer drama I definitely didn't like. I like how we did get to find out about the new characters. And I definitely do agree with Stephanie for once. Do we really need any more drama than we already have? To be honest, I prefer Michelle and Eldon over Hunter and Michelle. You can tell that Michelle has moved on and has fallen in love with somebody else. Hunter and Emily are clearly planning to do something. I definitely do think the challenge was a bad idea. Because drama, I really don't like. I prefer like seeing more dancing than drama, but I guess you kind of have the drama to get the views in. I'd rate it an 8 out of 10. Next, we're going to be rating Season 2, Episode 3. I love how this was just a natural episode. Because personally, for me, audition episodes I like. Because everyone's just doing their normal, natural thing. Just warming up, practicing. And I like seeing all the talent. I did do a video where I ranked the Season 2 auditions, so if you want to check that out, you can. This video will talk about the auditions individually. I do agree with Stephanie that the challenge is going to divide the next step. Not all of them are going to make it, which kind of signifies the point that Stephanie and Tiffany are not going to make it. Like, that foreshadows that. Beth is so annoying in this episode with her obsession with James. Like, I hate it. Daniel started some drama with Talia, which is just basically new dancer drama. Did not enjoy that. Kind of glad that disappeared quite quickly because I didn't enjoy that. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the auditions, talk about stuff I perhaps didn't necessarily mention in that video. Eldon definitely has the wow factor, like he has turns, he has tricks, he has so much, and I've got the hiccups coming. Hunter has so many tricks, wow factor, good breakdancing technique. You would pay money to see him, but at the same time you would pay money to see Eldon. James has got some good breakdancing moves, but his Season 1 audition was better than his Season 2 audition. I've ranked all the Next Step auditions, so feel free to check them out. Riley, in Season 1, her audition was better than her Season 2 one. Like, I feel like her Season 2 one was not quite so strong. But she was a little bit more confident in her Season 2 audition than her Season 1 audition. Though she did have good kicks, good aerials, she can turn. But she just had more fire in her Season 1 audition. Charlie did some flips. He did a run-up just to do the same old flip we've seen before. Kind of boring. Beth was better in Season 2 than Season 1. And that's like both her Season 1 auditions. She's like better at in Season 2 than like both of them. She has good kicks. Her turning leap was a bit low. Her aerial was also a bit low. Sarah, she has good acro. Good turns, better than Beth. She should have probably made the top 20 instead of Beth, to be honest. Amanda has good kicks, good leaps. She has the stage presence. Cass had some good moves, probably more entertaining than Morgan. Morgan was less entertaining than Cass. She just did her aerial and a flip and some turns, and that was all we got. It was good, but that was all we saw, to be honest. Jake, his aerial was good, his flips were good, his turns were good, but I didn't like the way he turns. Talia, very impressive extensions, probably more impressive in the extended version. Good leaps though, and a good extension. Daniel transitions very well. No complacency whatsoever. No, he had strong turns, he had good turns, his leap. I just think his legs in his aerial should have been like straighter. Rochelle, her front aerial was impressive. Rochelle has good extensions, her spins were good, her illusions were good. Everything was good. She was so impressive, like she had that wow factor. West has his own unique style, and it was really good. Tiffany, definitely more impressive in the extended version than on the TV. She had lots of personality, a good flip, a good aerial. Stephanie just did a turning leap and that was kind of it. Chloe did something we haven't really seen before, but it was kind of a bit boring in a way. Giselle had really good transitions, her tricks were really good. And I will tell you one thing, Phoebe's choreo definitely weeded out the imposters. Really good cliffhanger, makes us want to come back, find out who's on the team. Apart from Beth, I liked it. I'd rate it 9 out of 10. Next, I'll be rating Season 2, Episode 4. I liked watching everyone practice the choreo, that's what I miss about later seasons. Talia is good at the choreo, Amanda's impressive in how quickly she picks up the choreo. Beth is so annoying in the fact that there's so many other people that would be happy to help her, but she has to choose James. You can tell how intense the choreo is compared to like the solo auditions, like the choreo round is just a lot more intense than the solo round. Solo round's more exciting, show your best moves, show you what you can do. I like how the choreo highlighted who should make the nationals team and who shouldn't, and weed out some of the imposters. Daniel in this season, you can tell, wants to be the best. To be honest, I'm kind of glad Eldon and Emily broke up. I do think Michelle still needs to be accountable because Eldon was like the only thing that was handed to her. I don't think anyone else was, but I could be making no sense. Amanda, there is definitely going to be drama. Like, to be honest, I think to a degree they did kind of know what they were getting themselves in for. But also to a degree they kind of didn't. Because Amanda was acting like a changed person. Like, she didn't like Elite. She's sort of trying to change herself to be like, I'm glad to be away from Elite, dancing at a new studio. I want a fresh start. Like, that would have been a good plot for her, to be honest, having a fresh start somewhere new. That would have been a good plot, but there again, I guess. But there again, that's just my thoughts. I'm going to rate it a 9 out of 10, because apart from Beth, I liked it. Like, Season 2, the thing I really don't like is Beth. Next, I'm going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 5. I find Beth annoying. I'm glad she didn't make A Troop. Eldon and Hunter are definitely flirting, and you can tell it's just to make Eldon and Michelle jealous so they get back with their significant others. The Eldon, Hunter and Michelle drama along with Emily was just really silly, pointless part. The reason why I didn't like Season 2 that much. I prefer Eldon and Michelle over Hunter and Michelle. Like, I feel like Hunter's plot could have just been like him trying to make friends with the guys and that, and sort of that kind of thing would have been better rather than breaking up a relationship. And Emily's plot could have just been sort of dealing with the breakup but single, or just her and Hunter getting together from the start. Like, that would have been a good plot. I did think though Beth's choreo was alright, not that bad. I agree with Riley on the fact that James and Beth's dance styles do not work well together. Beth is jazz dance, whereas James is very hip hop. James and West definitely give Eldon good advice. Yep, definitely don't think the team should trust Amanda until she like proves that she can trust them. Like, that's the thing, you have to prove you can trust people before people trust you. Watching Beth doing the hip hop section's kind of painful. Riley and James work well dancing together, like they just hit everything, they flow well together. I think it was only really the head slide that stopped Eldon from winning the dance battle, because there was like just a couple of moves he couldn't do. Like, he can do moves that Hunter can't do. Like, I don't think Hunter's the best at turns. Eldon can do turns. They have moves that both one another can't do. Amanda's definitely up to no good. Like, you can tell in that scene that she's up to no good in the neighbourhood. Amanda's up to no good. No good, no good in the neighbourhood. Not my most favourite episode. Amanda's sneaky. James and Riley, I like them dancing together. Alden and Hunter's drama, I hate it. I'm going to rate it 8 out of 10. Because there's only a couple of things I don't like. Next I'm going to be rating Season 2, Episode 6. The Tappers are unreal, they're so good. Like, I could never do everything they could do. When I first watched the episode, I wasn't really sure what was going on, but now I kind of know what's going on. Like, there's fashion designers coming in to sort of talk about designs for uniforms. Like, I do get that a lot more now. No, James's personality got nailed to a T. Like, to a T. Also have some tea. The uniform designs were crazy though. It was nice to see Peach Troop, and I like how it's kind of changed from like them clowning around like fools to yoga-y and free to doing 4 exercises to working hard, pairing up with A Troop. Then obviously we didn't really see them for a few seasons, to doing the Legions at Lasers dance, to wanting to go to nationals. I thought that's amazing. The car wash is a good idea, but it definitely didn't really work, though Miss Kate did come up with a good idea. One thing I have to give her credit for. Though the uniforms do look amazing, though I did not enjoy Alden treating Michelle bad. He just needs to be honest with Michelle, and talk about that stupid little dance battle. I rate it a 9 out of 10. Next I'll be rating Season 2, Episode 7. James' story is funny, but I don't really understand it. But there again, I don't really understand jokes generally. I like how we find out how Nationals is going to work. Alden does need to talk to Michelle and explain everything. Like, it would have been good if Michelle and Alden could have talked and explained, like Michelle could then find out what was going on. I know she'd probably be mad about it, but it's better to tell her than not. It was kind of a bit odd that James doesn't want Daniel to audition for the male soloist. Hunter, Michelle and Alden. Just sort of needed to sort of not have drama, and sort of Michelle and Hunter could just be friends and Michelle and Alden could date. Like, you don't... Michelle's right in Season 4, you can have so many guy friends. Like, it's definitely fine to have more than one guy friend. Marge is definitely wise for her age. And she is right that Chloe needs to believe in herself and be more confident. Like, that's a good storyline to have, because people struggle with confidence. I've ranked the duet auditions in my ranking dances down to the same song. I have 5 parts actually, I don't have 6 parts. I'm pretty sure. But I'm just gonna have a look now, so we're just waiting for YouTube to load. And that's just frozen, so we'll come back from freezing, so we'll just carry on. Chloe definitely danced well, but Michelle definitely was right to get the solo. Also, the best time Chloe had ever danced. Because Chloe gave a lot more moves, a lot more versatility, showed she was more than just a ballet dancer. Flowed well, in place it was a tiny bit choppy and there were like filler moves. Apart from that, it was good. Daniel's moves were solid, but it felt like the drive just kind of wasn't there. If you get what I mean. Like, I felt like it kind of lacked drive in the dance. Like, he just sort of did turns, he did aerials, and that was like kind of it. Like, that's all we really saw, in my opinion. Whereas Alden had the drive. Alden had the drive to want it improved and be better and better. And my computer's just frozen, so probably not going to be able to check. So you'll just have to have a look at my channel and you'll find them, like they're just dances done to the same song on the next step. So also he gave all his best tricks. Like Alden was better than Daniel, to be honest. And also Michelle was the best choice for female solo. Riley and James were definitely best duet in terms of chemistry. Also like best duet. Beth should not have kissed James, like girl code. You do not kiss someone who's in a relationship. Like, you leave them alone and you go find someone who's not in a relationship. I'm going to rate it 8 out of 10. Next, I'm going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 8. I definitely think that Riley and James need to talk about the Beth kiss, and Riley needs to let James talk about it. To be honest, I'm pretty sure from what I saw, Beth kissed James. James didn't kiss Beth. And the kiss definitely mean nothing. It's just the same old with James and Beth. I definitely hadn't heard of the 3-second rule, but I've heard of girl code, like you don't kiss someone who's in a relationship. And also, I can agree with Riley not trusting James. I wouldn't trust my boyfriend if they cheated on me. Daniel, Chloe and Hunter's small group, I like it. Had nice technique. It was a nice mix of ballet and hip-hop. Kelly brought different stuff to the table. The one thing I would say is Hunter, when he came forward, should have come more forward so we could see him better, because Daniel and Chloe were like the focus. Talia, Giselle and Amanda, definitely something different, something I'd never seen before. It was fun to watch. There were like loads of head whipping and a lot of that. Amanda's splits were good. I did like how James was trying to fix things. Personally, my small group, I wouldn't have gone for either one. Like, there's not really much difference. I like the auditions, not my most favourite episode, but it's better than others, so I'm going to rate it 9 out of 10. Next, I'm going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 9. Beth and James have a good duet. They do hit everything. It came together in the end. Alden and Riley were good friends. It would have been nice if Alden could have given Riley some advice on what to do about her relationship with James, because that would have been good. And by this point it was obvious that Alden was starting to avoid Michelle more. Michelle and Alden being awkward, I definitely find it awkward to watch, because they were like a couple. Like the happy couple, and now they're so awkward. You can tell Alden is dancing with a lot on his mind, because he's not fully invested in the piece and in his dance. I don't like the Michelle, Alden and Hemi drama. I just thought it was so petty and so childish. Riley's point solo is amazing. She has good technique. She has good emotion. It is sad that Michelle and Alden broke up. Like, I kind of wanted them to stay as a couple. Still hoping James and Beth are going to break up and James and Riley get back together. I rate it an 8 out of 10. Next, I'm going to talk about Season 2, Episode 10. Like how we see B Troop and J Troop as well as A Troop. Hunter and Emily, they were just planning partners at this point, but I would like them to be a couple. Like, it would have been nice for Alden and Michelle to stay dating and Emily and Hunter to date. I did like them more eventually, but I didn't like it when they were planning partners. I would have loved in Season 7 if Rochelle was dance captain. I've got coming out what would happen if Rochelle was dance captain in Season 7 instead of summer but it wouldn't export last time when I tried to export it, so I'm going to have to re-export it today and upload it. It should be up before this video hopefully, so just keep an eye on the channel. I like the auditions. I like audition episodes. They're like my favourite ones to watch. Though I didn't like Alden and Michelle and how they were just avoiding each other, and I didn't like how Emily and Hunter were trying to break Michelle and Alden up and make Michelle jealous. I just hated that. It would have been nice if Gabby and Becca's storylines could have continued into season 3 and 4. Emily and Hunter planning to break Michelle and Alden up, I just so did not like it. And it would be nice if they could have had other better storylines. Because why do ships have to get ruined? It's so annoying. Now I'm going to talk about the J-Tube auditions. Gabby has good kicks, good leg holds, good turns. Josh is so much charisma when he dances. Beck has good kicks, good acro. Noah has good turns, good lifts. Rochelle was impressive, Ariel's her leg kicks kind of needed to be a bit straighter in that aerial. Though her flip was good and her extensions were good. Camille, her turns and leap. Her turning leap was alright, but she didn't really stand out. The unknown dancer in the black top just did a kick and that was it. The unknown dancer in the pink top just did a turning leap and that was it. The dancer in the top that was purple, I think her name was Lily, not very impressive. The unknown dancer in the hot pink top had a good flip and that was it. Sharon Hunter's duet, not my most favourite, but that's just personal preference. I'm going to rate it 8 out of 10. Next is Season 2, Episode 11. Daniel Solo is good, he's so solid, his technical ability was good, but you can tell the concentration, which you really can't tell with Alden. I do hope in Season 8 that Rochelle gets to be dance captain. Tess I find rather rude, like I don't like Tess. Like I like Amanda, but I hate Tess. Because she's worse than Amanda. When I first watched the episode, I was generally shocked that Amanda was still at Elite. Like I didn't think Amanda was still at Elite. I thought she hated Elite. And when I found out that it was all part of a plan, I was shocked. Whereas now I can tell there's a plan. James is very good at drumming. Josh definitely is good at playing the bongos. To be honest, Daniel leaving I don't really have an opinion on. Though that episode shocks me. The fact Amanda's at the next step to take them down from the inside so they don't make it to nationals. Like that, as much as they knew what they were getting in for the drama room, Miss Kate probably should have realised that it is still shock value when you find out, like, very shock value, like. And I will talk about that later on. When, in the next one, when we come to Amanda leaving the studio. Next is Season 2, Episode 12. Season 2, Episode 11, I rate 10 out of 10. To Episode 12, not my most favourite episode because it's a bit too love focused for me. James and Riley watching their duet, so painful to watch because they're like repelling instead of having good chemistry. Talia's performance is so funny. Best t-shirt I hate the t-shirt where she's like, I'm with James. Ugh. Emily spilling juice on Hunter is like the most awkward thing. And Hunter and her getting closed in their costume closet is awkward. Would have been good for Riley instead of looking for a new partner just to move on as a single woman. Like, Riley, all her storylines seem to involve are just boys, boys, boys. Like, I'm just sort of like, we want to see the independent Riley. We just don't want boys all the time. Like, there's more to life than just boys. James and Beth, I don't ship. Riley and Charlie, I don't think I ship. Emily should not have tried to break Michelle and Eldon up. I rate it 8 out of 10. Next is season 2, episode 13. When I first watched it, I was shocked that Amanda had actually recorded the dance battle video and she was showing Michelle that video. The dance battle, at that point, I wasn't sure what to think. Now I just think it's so stupid. James, what he does when he passes Eldon was so funny. The dance that Phoebe wanted them all to come in and see, I just wasn't sure what to think. Like, I still don't really know what I think. It's kind of a makeup in my bedroom kind of dancing, which I can't do. Obviously, like, it's weird when I try and do it. The melody James, Camille and Noah have come up with is good. It's good that Emily's realising what she's done, but it would have been nice if she never did it in the first place, because it's too late. The damage has been done. I don't think a stupid battle should have decided on the male soloist. The 24-hour challenge of song and dance was good. To 8 out of 10. Next is season 2, episode 14. Noah and James's song are good. Beth's t-shirt. Yeah, I hate it saying that. I hate saying Beth. I like how Giselle and Wes come up with like crazy ideas and how competitive they are. Beth's singing is so bad. Talia can sing, she was just a bit weird. Amanda was probably the best singer to choose. She is such a good singer. When I first watched the episode, I didn't really get what was going on till the end, when I realised that Elite snuck into another regionals and won, which means they're coming to nationals. Now every time I watch it, it's like scheme waiting to happen. Weston and Giselle, their crazy challenges are fun to watch. Eldon's turns are good. Giselle and West's act is good. James and Noah's song is good. Apart from Beth being annoying. I rate it 9 out of 10. Next is season 2, episode 15. James and Riley, you can see the lack of chemistry, like it is obvious. James and Eldon have a good friendship. I don't ship Michelle and Hunter. Their date is painful to watch because all Michelle talks about is Eldon. When you're dating someone, you give them your full interest and your full attention. You don't talk about your ex. Riley and James, I'm glad that they're sort of starting to think about getting back together. I was glad when they made a new duet because I prefer their new duet to Whirlwind over Heartbreaker. Giselle and Talia, their duet was good. I think they're amazing. Their acro work's incredible. Good chemistry. Could not believe the fact that Eldon and Hunter... Oh no, I messed that up completely. Could not believe Emily and Hunter are kissing. I don't mean Eldon and Hunter. Like, them becoming friends is still yet to come. I rate it 8 out of 10. Next is season 2, episode 16. Giselle, Amanda and Talia. Their small group's good, it's entertaining, it's fun to watch. My opinion, I don't really get why Michelle has a problem with Hunter and Emily kissing. Because people are allowed to kiss as long as they're not kissing someone with a significant other. Michelle's not dating Hunter, so Emily can kiss Hunter if she wants to. Though this was a sad episode when Michelle leaves. Like, every time I watch it, I nearly cry. Though the chanting is so funny, though I didn't really enjoy the drama. I rated 8 out of 10. Now we're moving on to the final episode, which was shock value. Next is season 2, episode 17. Michelle leaving is sad. Amanda and Lucien, that is shock value, and the first time I watched it, and now it's scheming, waiting to happen. I definitely find Beth annoying in the fact she won't leave James alone. Like watching Amanda rehearsing her solo and Riley rehearsing her solo. Amanda's solo, I like how she bought this new style that's incredible. And it's so strong, it's so intense, it's so good. Riley's solo, I like how different it is and how it's on point. Emily and Riley's plan's good in the fact they're trying to make sure the team still gets to nationals, which I think is good. James is good, he's wanting to fix things. Like, I think it's actually really good that he's wanting to fix things. Like, it is good. Like, I really do think it's good. I rate it 9 out of 10 because it's not my most favourite episode. Like, it's not my favourite as in 10, but it's not the worst. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.